As the world today marks the International Day for the Girl Child, human rights advocate group Awareness Against Human Trafficking today held a walk to raise awareness on the plight of human trafficking victims, most who are women and young girls. Speaking during the event, Heart Kenya Head of Prevention Miriam Mangoka called for more awareness as many victims are naive. On his part, Nairobi County Chief Officer in charge of Social Affairs, George Motiso, has called on the county government to combine efforts to counter the menace. According to Heart Kenya Head of Advocacy, Winnie Mutevu, there is a need for better policies in the county to combat human trafficking.
We are raising awareness to the public, to the community on what human trafficking is, and then also where they can get assistance should they fall victim of human trafficking. We are also marking the World Day of the Girl Child, looking into how girls and women are highly at risk when it comes to trafficking. So our goal is to be able to reach as many people as possible, to encourage them to understand what is human trafficking, how can I identify a victim of human trafficking, where can I get help. If I'm a government agency, what role do I have to play when it comes to preventing and protecting? How do we support victims of human trafficking? How do we protect children from falling victims of human trafficking? Locally, it's very hard to define the statistics because one, very few victims of trafficking actually report their cases. But when we look at the clients we have in our database, over 70% of them are women and girls.
Human trafficking is not just about countries, it is also inter-counties, and we are pretty much aware about that. As a county, we have agreed that we need to create awareness, we need to involve people and make people understand about human trafficking, the dangers, what they need to do and what they need not to do. We have other counties that are also falling prey to this. We want to work with counties, not just Nairobi, Kiambu, Machakos, Kajiado, even Kisumu, as far as Kisumu, so that we can have programs that address issues as counties about human trafficking.
And the call to action for the other counties is to look into how do we also sensitize our communities, how do we inform them, how does it manifest in the different counties across the country, where can they be able to get help, but then most of all looking into having policies that are able to protect our communities wherever we are at. So be it coming up with bills at the county level, really let's look into what needs to get done to protect our communities. So when you're also pursuing opportunities within the country, just look into what are the red flags. When these promises are too sweet and they're just too promising, just please, where do you get information? We have the Ministry of Labor, go to the labor offices, go to the National Employment Authority, check out these CSOs like Heart Kenya. We have many other NGOs like Salvation Army. We are able to give you information to know, are you dealing with a legitimate opportunity or not?